place.
Singapore.
Good luck. All right, go to Singapore Zoo. I got to talk to some more people here. Let's see. We have Maya. How are you, Maya? Maya's getting her set up ready. Hi, Maya. How are you? Oh, the little bit of volume on your thing, Maya. Um, let's see. Let's try again. It's under the Dung nickname. Okay, let's try again, Maya. One more time. Is that okay?
Can you hear
Okay.
me?
Yeah, now I can hear you.
Okay. Awesome. Great. How about you?
Good. I'm having a good day. It was beautiful
Nice.
weather. So I went for a really long walk, and there are beautiful flowers everywhere.
Wow.
Perfect day in
Yes.
April. Yeah, it's just a beautiful Saturday. I was really happy. I wish I could take pictures. There were pink flowers and white flowers and red flowers and purple flowers. Flowers everywhere. What does Alice want to say? Alice, what would you like to say about flowers? Alice is raising her hand, Maya, going, teacher, what, Alice? Tell me about these flowers.
Today, because Japan always happy. They are a very polite country.
Yes.
I went there one time. I went to Tokyo to meet my friend up there. Her name is Tokyo.
Her name is
Kyoko.
Tokyo.
No, I mean Kyoko.
Oh, Kyoko. Kyoko lives in Tokyo. Okay. It's kind of cute, Alice.
Like,
okay. Oh, let me record tonight's meeting.
So, like, I went there for 7 years to play. No, I mean 7 days. Oh, 1 week. Play with my friends.
Well.
So I went there. Oh my God, sushi, hot spring. I went to the hot spring, and then I stay at the hot spring with my friends. I wish we now also have these. And then he said that come here in this like this tub. The water is more hot.
Oh no!
It's more hot, and in the hot tub is all of the sumos are doing it like this.
Oh. All right, so Alice, you have to write about that. Wait, I gotta check some more people. Wait. Let's go to Chow. Hey, Chow, how are you?
I'm great, teacher.
Good. Alice was just telling us about a super hot bath, and I hope Alice writes an essay about that for our last homework. I think tonight is our last night. It's lesson number 10, I think. I'll check with you guys. If you think it's lesson number 9, write me in chat, but I think tonight is lesson number 10. So let's go to Mr. Min. Hey, Min, how are you? Fun, not Min.
I'm fine for this week, but it's a bit exhausting because of the last term test.
Yeah, I heard about that from Alice. She said it's the last term test, but she still gets to go to Singapore because her math grade was only so-so. So, Min, are you say you're exhausted? Are you feeling a little better?
Actually, I was on the 7th grade, and I was a bit somewhat exhausted about memorizing history and geography.
Yeah.
Before that, I didn't get really didn't get along with math and science, but now it's okay for me to do it.
Oh, Min, I love history and geography because they go together so well. It gets really complicated, but fun to study.
Yeah, but this time, history and geography is more tricky because it's asks a lot of mind-bending questions.
Mind-bending questions, man. Yeah, that's absolutely
about
right.
all the actions of famous peoples and how the countries were doing and operating.
Yeah. And geography absolutely shapes history, man. It's so important to history. Yeah.
Now this time they add math into geography.
Oh, they added math to the geography? Oh, wow.
Yeah, calculating the height of the terrain and how many people per square kilometers.
Oh, man. Oh, wow. You're getting into the deep demographics. That's really good. People per square kilometer is really important as a tool of analysis. Nice work. Excellent. How's Miss Cherry doing, who signed her cool essay, R.Y. Ree? I thought that was pretty cool. Hey, Ree. Cherry. There was a famous black singer called Aretha Franklin, and her friends called her Ree also. She had one of the most beautiful voices of the 20th century, Aretha Franklin. So, Cherry, you have those great headphones on. Are they new?
What do you mean?
I haven't seen them before. Do you always use headphones, Cherry?
Yes, I always use it.
Oh, I've never seen them. They're cute. They look like Hello Kitty or something.
No,
All right.
it's just empty.
Cherry, did you have a good Saturday?
Well, I have the worst Saturday in my life because
Oh,
I have to wake up early to go to school,
no.
and
Uh-huh.
then I have to do 2 tests.
Uh-huh.
I don't
And
like it. The
so,
weather is hot.
so you had Saturday tests. Were they final term? Ellis and Min took end of term tests. Did you
No,
do
it
that too?
just
Yeah.
for the last test in this year, I'll do it next month. But I have like 15-minute test.
Uh-huh. Okay, I'm just reading. People are writing in there. They say, I hate those math tests at Cherry, and so does Min. All right, let's go to a new person. Let's go to Kuyen. Kuyen and Ray, I want to read your homework because you guys both did these beautiful homework writing assignments. Cherry and Kuyen, everybody did, but I just found 3 stories. Also, Ben, nice work on that. Kuyen, are you there? Mr. Kuyen Bao. Kuyen, if it isn't working, Charlie says, oh, yes, math. I love math. Thanks for your messages. They're pretty funny, you guys. Cherry says math is the worst. Well, Vietnam is #1 in math for secondary students. They won a really famous tournament 1 or 2 years ago. And now all these math professors around the world want to know what Vietnam is doing to get such good grades for math students. It's kind of like this big mystery. Hey, Arta, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Wait.
How are you, Arta? Thanks for some
wear
nice
my headphones first.
Oh, okay. Let me see if you have your stylish headphones like Cherry. Let's see if Arta has her stylish headphones. Arta, I can't see you. Hey, Hannah, I see Hannah. Arta, where are you? I don't see Arta and her stylish headphones. I'm guessing they're stylish headphones. All right. Let's see, who else do we have here? We have Charlie. Hey, Charlie, are you there?
Yes,
How are you doing today, Charlie?
I am not. I'm fine.
Nice writing, Charlie. You did a good, everybody did a great job on those 5 senses, the 5 senses writing assignment, right? Oh, I see. The brothers have changed to Harry Tinkle. Harry Tinkle, come on. Let's talk to this Harry Tinkle guy, find out what's going on. Harry Tinkle, what's going on?
Nothing.
Harry Tinkle, how do you always get this great room echo reverberation to your audio? That's very cool, you know.
Doesn't everyone do the same?
No, yours sounds a little different, but it sounds kind of interesting, like those, like a classic recording studio for guitar or piano or violin. There's no debate. There's no debate about what, Harry Twinkle. What is there no debate about? You're speaking in riddles.
Nothing.
All right, think about it. Hey, you guys, reunification day. Quick question for Mr. Harry Tinkle. Reunification day coming up April 30th, 2025, 50th anniversary of the unification of Vietnam. What are you going to do, Mr. Harry Tinkle? Hey, what happened to our boy Harry Tinkle? Harry Tinkle, are you there? What are you going to do for Unification Day, Mr. Harry Tinkle?
What?
Reunification Day, April 30th, 50th anniversary of Vietnam as one country, not 2 countries. Are you going to do something with your school or with your family?
I don't even know what to do about it because I always forget about it.
Very special day. Very special day. I hope you can do something good. All right. Oh, I'm sorry. What'd you say, Harry? Harry said something, but Harry, can you write it in chat? You guys are all discussing math. All right. Hey, let's go to the 3 writing assignments that I chose Now, all of these are good. I just found these at the last minute, and these, they left the most impression because Kuyen said, "Sorry, teacher, it's a little late," and Ben said, "Sorry, teacher, it's a little late," because you guys were busy doing all your homework for your end of term tests. I think that's what happened. Hey, Hannah, how are you? Sorry, I didn't say hello to Hannah. Hey, Hannah, how are you?
Hello.
Hey, Hannah, your mom sent me a funny message. Hannah keeps using you. Should she use you in her essays teacher? I said, well, she writes beautifully. So we'll just have to take out the you and put we in there. Did you catch that, Hannah? Don't worry, it's not a big mistake. You're still so young. Don't worry about it. It's when you get to secondary school or high school in America, then they say, okay, don't use you in your writing. But I'm just preparing you guys for really good secondary school writing. So don't worry about it. Did you have a good Saturday, Hannah?
Yeah.
Did you take end of term tests like all these students?
Well, I only have finished 3 tests, and I have Vietnamese math, history, geography,
Yeah.
Wait, what was it? Science,
Yeah.
Vietnamese science.
Yeah.
A lot. I don't
Hey,
know.
now, Hannah, there's a debate going on in chat. It's fine with me because nobody spams the chat anymore. You guys actually discuss things intelligently, and that's really wonderful. So what's your thinking about math, Hannah? Like, don't like, so?
I'm normal with it.
I'm normal with it. Just a normal math response. All right, Hannah, I get it. Hey, that's such a funny response, Hannah. I'm normal with it. In English, maybe I'm cool with it. That's what the Americans say. I'm cool with it. COOL. I'm cool with it. Hey, where is Kuyen? Kuyen, are you here? Bao Kuyen. What a great name.
Yes, I am.
Hey, Bao Kuyen, can you read your writing? It's wonderful.
Yeah.
Okay.
When I was younger, maybe 9 or 10, I visited my great-grandparents in Hanoi almost mid-third holiday. Their house was small but really cozy, tucked in a quiet alley near a busy street full of honking motorbikes. I still remember the smell when I walked in. It was all made of old wood, just my tea and something always cooking in the kitchen, like sticky rice or split soup. When I went into the house, everything felt old but full of life. I touched the smooth wood of the craft chairs, the cool surface of the stone teapot, and the soft silk cushion my great grandmother
Embroidered.
embroidered herself. Even the air felt different, a little cooler and filled with the scent of old books and spice. Outside the house, I could hear all kinds of sounds. People selling fruits, motorbikes roaming by, and sometimes even firecrackers popping during the New Year festival. I also could see ladies in bright outside dresses smelling flowers, crowds piled high with green mangoes and red dragon fruit, and motorbikes strapped with huge baskets wobbling through the ground. Even at night, the lights from the shops and food stalls made the street glow like a festival. The food there was the best part. I could taste hot bowls of pho that were full of soft noodles and beef, sweet mung-bean cake that stuck to my teeth, and crunchy spring rolls that we dipped in fish sauce. Sometimes my great grandmother makes sticky rice with coconut milk, and it tastes so sweet and creamy that I always ask for more. I Everything tastes stronger and better than anything I ate at back at home.
All right, thank you very much. You know what I like about this a lot, this Kuyen, is your grandmother has a place tucked in a quiet alley near a busy street full of honking motorbikes. When I lived in Taipei, I made the mistake of getting an apartment. It was right on the busy road, 2 stories up. And the man who owned the house was very nice. He gave me a cheap apartment, but sometimes I would walk past these quiet alleys like your grandmother has, Kuyen, and I said, I wish I lived there. You're just right off the main street and it's quiet and peaceful. It just would have made me so much more relaxed on Saturdays and Sundays instead of listening to all those cars. Hey, Ben also wrote a really nice one. Ben said, sorry, this is at the last minute, teacher. But Ben, this is an amazing essay too. So let's take a look at Ben's. And Ben, if you're there, I didn't talk to you yet, but I'll turn on your mic. Harry Tinkle is talking about a guy called John Turds. Very nice. What are you talking about, Harry Tinkle? There's Harry Tinkle. These imaginary characters are beginning to, what would we say, worry me. They're causing me to worry. Hey, Ben, are you there? Sorry to hit that thing 3 times. Ben, are you okay? Oh no, Ben, I couldn't get Ben. Ben, if you can turn on the microphone.
Yeah, I can turn my microphone now.
Oh, hey, Ben, you did a really nice job. Would you like to read it?
Yeah,
It's kind
of
of
course.
mysterious and
But
cool.
I think my job is kind of hard to understand because the words come from the Chinese novel.
Yeah. Let me
Yeah.
make this a small one because if it's any sect, it can be a small s. Okay, here you go.
Okay.
Please read it. It's really cool.
Okay. When I stepped into the Asian sect room, I felt like I have entered a scene of cultivation novel. The smell of the sandalwood and the spirit energy fill in the air. On the wall hung sharp sword and shining spear, the cold metal reflecting the sunlight. Next to it is a lot of creative concept, brings a mysterious vibe. In the center stood a wooden tea table with steaming pot of oolong tea. The stay was bitter yet strong, like the spirit of the demon core helping to cultivate calm and consolidate one inner state. Soft silk cushion will calm my thoughts as I sat down. Through the open window, I could hear the gentle sound of flowing river and birds singing in the mountains. The view so green, big, hidden in mist, like a painting comes to life. The whole room was peaceful, but full of power. As its great secret were hidden inside, this was a place where one could train, drink tea, and dream of immortality. Okay, I just end of my job.
That's all right. It's really cool. I'm trying to get a picture because I've used this theme before in our writing classes for the students. It was imaginative writing to describe inside a place. And some of the students really like this idea of like a fantasy inner temple. Let's see what that would look like. I tried to find a good picture of it, Ben, for your writing here. Let me see if I can get this. It was difficult because I'm always trying to find a really good interior. Now, of course, sometimes these are used in action computer games and there's fighting and stuff. But I remember about 25 years ago, I had a CD-ROM where you could get games, and I chose this one where you can go inside the temple and ask this magic stone questions about life. It was really cool. There was no fighting, there was no violence. It was really peaceful, and I'd love to go into this like imaginary thing. I was hoping computer game designers would design more of these. Ben, did the computer designers eventually design more of these like fantasy inner temple places where you don't have to fight, you could just go and hang out if you had like interactive glasses?
Actually, the artist or the designer who brought a picture of the architecture usually it is in the manga or like the comics.
Yeah.
And about the real life, it also have a lot of it in China's or some Japan too, because it's
Yeah.
like I don't know how you call it, but like
Uh,
culture that people drinking tea, it's just us like that.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, like this. I used to find this one in Taiwan, although this is Korean writing. There was a really nice one in my neighborhood in Taiwan, and I love to go there because the incense and everything. But I just also love these fantasy, mysterious places. Like you go there and totally relax after taking a really difficult test, and then you're going to get a good grade on the test, so you know you can totally relax with you and your friend, and you can drink really good tea and stay there for a few hours after a really difficult test, right? Wouldn't that be? I would just love that, you guys. That's why I really liked Ben's thing. Okay, I want to see if you guys started to be nice to each other. I'm going to check. I see Harry Tinkle, someone who's impossible challenge. Harry Tinkle, what are you talking about? Poop guy and all this stuff. Harry, you're kind of on your own thing today. It's kind of interesting. Okay, I have one more of these to read. So far we read Ben's and we read Kuyen, and then Cherry again. Nice work on this. Cherry, who signed her homework, I'm still laughing at that. Cherry, this is beautiful writing as well. So let's read Cherry, and then we'll do the main lesson for tonight, you guys. Okay, and I think you'll like tonight's main lesson, but I'll need some help from people reading. All right, and let's go to Cherry. Hey, Cherry, are you ready? It's all yours, and I'll make it a little bit bigger so the students can read, because some students are on notebook computers, so they need it nice and big. Okay, Cherry, go ahead.
Okay. I really like my grandparents' house in Angbang. When I arrived there, it was just a small house, and the visit was near Tet holiday. I smelled the smell of the pond, trees, and stretched out. Grandmother often cooking spring rolls, which I found hot and delicious. I walked into the garden and watched the apricot blossom. They were soft, and the squash and rolled. My cousin Nghĩa and I rode our bike uh, around the yard, and the cool weather made me feel excited. I heard the big crunch, and my little sister Bang, was excited as the chase butterfly. There was also the sound of the wind blowing. I saw the vast rice field under the blue sky. My grandmother's hanging clothes, and my grandfather planting tree. I love this place because it is fun and comfortable.
Nice, Cherry. Really wonderful. I like that there's a pig grunting. It's a beautiful description. Then you have an old pig, wonk, 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 grunting is a really nice choice. Really good. Okay. Oh, I have to say hello to somebody. Mr. Goober joined. Hey, Goober, how are you? Goober, how was your day? Did you finish end of term test like everybody else?
Not yet. It hasn't even started.
So what do you think of math, Goober? Like math or don't like, or?
I'm totally neutral with it.
Oh, neutral about math, yeah. Because there was this debate earlier in the chat about math. The reaction was love it, neutral, hate it. It's funny.
Where at?
Goober, nice writing. Also, I could only do 3 writings today. I'm sorry about that, but we have to jump into our main lesson, okay? So
Okay.
Could you read for me if I put the main lesson on? I need a reader because it's a little dry and my voice is not so good. And I did some research because I think tonight is our last lesson, you guys. So by all means, yeah. So if you want summer homework, take my writing course in summer from May, June, July, because I think you like it. Mr. Harry raised his hand. Is Harry Tinkle, is that your brother, Goober? Goober, is that your brother, Harry Tinkle? Harry Tinkle, are you there? Harry Tinkle has a question. A question from Mr. Harry Tinkle. Where is he? Harry Tinkle, where are you?
Why do you mute me?
Because do you like to read?
Yeah.
Can you read for me?
Read. Read what?
this opening, can you read the opening for me?
For our final class as preparation for the last homework assignment, we will
combine. I'm sorry, I made a mistake there, Mr. Harry Tinkle. Combine.
We will combine some of the things that we learned in the past 10-week session. The most important theme is the personal narrative style. A personal narrative is a story about something that happened to you. It's a true story that from your own experience. You.
Yeah. Here's an example. All right, Harry Tinkle got some music playing there. Let's go to this guy. Who's got the Rickroll going on? Is that also you, Harry Tinkle?
No,
Who's the Rickroller?
it's me.
Me. Well, who's me?
Mm,
Is it Martin? Charlie. Charlie with Rick Astley. That is Rick Astley.
actually,
Yes, Charlie. Can you read this story I wrote for you guys? It's kind of long, but are you a good reader, Mr. Charlie? What happened to Charlie with the Rickroll? Hey, Charlie, are you there? Charlie! Charlie Rickroller.
I closed my mic when asking.
Can you read, please?
I was going north from Ho Chi Minh City. Last summer, Mom, Dad, and I visited my grandparents in Hue City.
Yeah.
They still live in the same house where Mom grew up. It took 6 hours to drive from our place in Ho Chi Minh to this. All the way on the drive north.
Charlie, what is that
I was
music?
asking Mom to tell stories about her life there. She
Yes.
told me about beautiful flowers and the famous perfume river. Once we got to Hue City, we ate lots of grandma's good food, and next we walked around the sweet streets of Hue, looking at all the colorful flowers and old temples. I tried to imagine the city before cars and tall buildings. Then on Sunday evening, it started to rain. Big raindrops came down on Grandma's old house. The rain looked silver in the moonlight, which is quite magical. On Monday morning, when I looked out of the window, I could not believe it. Grandpa said there were small puddles of water everywhere, and some of the roads were a little dangerous to drive on. Dad agreed and told us we would have to stay an extra day. I was so happy. Grandma found my mother's outside. She put it on and we took some pictures of her near the famous bridge over the Perfume River.
Very nice. Hey, Charlie, are you in Laos now? It sounds like you have a Laotian Vietnamese accent. Charlie, are you in Laos?
Yes.
Yeah, you told me before and I forgot. You have a wonderful Laos English accent. I like it.
Well, I'm not from Laos.
I know, but somehow you have a really nice English accent, Charlie. Nice reading. Really good.
That was actually not my English accent.
No, tell your mom and dad you have a really wonderful accent. It has a lot of character. All right. Okay. I want to turn on Maya's thing here. Maya, do you know the story of the Perfume River? I researched it. 2 reasons why in Hue City they call it the Perfume River. One is that the flowers float down the river and smell like perfume. But another source said that the incense, burning the incense in all the temples, makes the river smell like perfume. Why do you think they call it the Perfume River?
Sorry, can you repeat your question?
Hue City has this famous perfume river. Why is it called the Perfume River?
Perfume weather.
Yeah, such a beautiful name, Perfume River.
Perfume. I have no idea about that.
Okay, I'm asking because I introduced this to the adults lesson. Oh, here we have someone's going to give us an answer. It is Miss Ellis. Ellis, how did it get the name Perfume River?
I think that it is because last time in my lesson, my teacher taught me that in my Vietnamese book, they said that there was a kind of plant that name very like its name. I don't remember the name, but it's like it's get up a very like a very comfortable smell, so they call a perfume.
Comfortable smell. That's nice, Alice. Yeah, like a comfortable smell, a really beautiful, vibrant smell. Oh, how cool. All right, you guys. So I got some pictures here. Who knows these pictures? Do we have a Hannah? Hannah? Hey, Hannah, are you there? Why does this music keep coming out, you guys? What is that? Who's got that music playing? Charlie, what's going on? Is that your music playing? It sounds like polka music. Yes, there's that beautiful Rick Astley. Wait one second, Charlie. Charlie, what's your question?
Actually, you see the timer in the right corner?
Yeah.
When it finishes, it just.
Oh, really? Is that our Zoom doing that, or is that?
I don't know. But I
it's
think
kind of weird,
isn't it? Timer.
It's kind of weird.
It's Harry Tinkle's timer.
Oh, okay. We'll have to mute that.
He got it. He used it by the app.
Oh no, Harry Tinkle! How did you get that timer? Harry Tinkle,
there's a lot of things you can do with art. Like I'm gonna start this.
He's full of surprises.
I just start the timer right now.
Okay. Let me mute these, you guys. All right. Hey, listen. I tried to get that beautiful kimono called the Aozai. Chow, do you have an Aozai, or do you only get that when? Hey, Charlie, you only get that when you become older. That Aozai.
What we were talking about?
Oh, they took pictures of the mother because they had one extra day in Way City in the story because it rained and there's too much rain. So the father said, let's stay one more day. And the day after was so beautiful, they took pictures of the mother in her Aozai.
In Vietnam, we may have this when we turn to 15.
Oh, 15. So Chow, you'll do that in 2 years or 3 years?
I don't know.
Yeah. Are you excited? You get to wear.
Not really, because not every school gives students that uniform.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Very good. Okay, so let's see. Hannah, are you there, Hannah? Hannah, did you notice I tried to use time expressions once, next, on Monday, then, morning, when? So I'm trying to put as many time words in what is called the personal narrative. So Hannah, this is kind of long, but can you read this? Because you have a nice reading voice.
Things to remember for personal narratives. They tell a story about something that happens in a writer's life. It is written in the first person using words such as I, me, and my. That uses time order words to tell events in a sequence. It expresses a writer's personal feelings. Time order words to use in your essays. After, as, soon as, before, during, finally, later, meanwhile, second, soon, when. Here's another short example with a lot of time order words. After school, I thought that my sister Jackie had gone home, so I went home too. As soon as I got there, I knew something was wrong. The door was still locked. I was in a panic because Jackie had a key to the house. After several terrible minutes, I remembered that Jackie was at her piano lesson. When I realized this, I remembered
that I could always go to my friend's house across the street to wait for an hour. Her mother is really nice and she always lets me wait at the house to eat snacks. Finally, Jackie's piano lesson was over and she came quickly back home. Thank goodness.
Very nice reading, Hannah. Yeah, excellent. So the dilemma is Jackie goes to her piano lessons, but she has the key to the house and the mother and father are working. So she can't get into the house. She has to go to the neighbor's house who's her friend. She eats snacks and waits for an hour. So I tried to make that like a real situation. So here are some ideas for personal narratives. I want you guys to work on these. We can work on these in class, then you just have to write one final homework assignment. Now, listen, you already did personal narratives about the smelling and the tasting of the mung bean cakes and the steamed rice and things like this. So you guys are really good at writing personal narratives. You know how to do this. But I thought if we could focus on these time words like as soon as, after, when, finally, because then this gives you time order to your personal narrative. So if you look at these suggestions for topics, we have my first piano lesson, how I met my best friend, my first day at the new school, my greatest accomplishment, the thing of which I am most proud, the one thing that makes me really angry, my earliest childhood memory, and my most embarrassing mistake. And I put pictures on there with all these kids in Vietnam because maybe you have the first day at school, maybe you are really proud because you got the top prize in your class. Let me ask Charlie. Hey, Charlie.
Yes.
Charlie, when you look at this, like how I met my best friend, music, Charlie, how I met my best friend, my first day at school, the thing I'm most proud. What do you think is interesting for you? What would you like to talk about?
Oh, don't worry, my first day at school is pretty much weird.
Which one? My first day at school or?
My first day at school.
Okay, you like that one? All right. Now, if you promise not to set that timer, you like your timer, Charlie.
I'm setting that timer again.
Why do you like that timer? Was that Titanic theme you were playing?
I don't think so.
You're a funny kid, Charlie. Oh no, that's the Zoom thing. That's your Zoom meeting. That's not what we want.
The Zoom thing.
Isn't that crazy? Charlie, you want to do my first day at school. I'm gonna just be lazy and copy this here like this, right, Charlie? And then this way I can definitely hear your cool timer. No, don't play the timer.
Oh my gosh, 6
No,
more
don't
seconds.
rickroll me. Charlie, don't rickroll me. Charlie, tell me about your. All right. Enough of that. Don't play that. It's beautiful, but don't play it. Oh my God. Okay. So Charlie, first day at school. Do you remember it? You were like 5 or 6 years old.
Yeah, I was just like faceless, I have feelingless, and I just walked into my table and my teacher assigned me. I sat down there. Oh man, I can't.
What is that? Charlie, is that
so
you?
I sat down on my chair and I was just staring at the board for like 20 minutes.
Yes.
When the class still started, I just stared at the board looking at the teacher. And the teacher was like, Charlie, is there anything wrong? And I was just looking at the door and said, nothing, there's nothing wrong.
Was Charlie nervous?
No.
No. Okay. Charlie, I cried.
I will never know it when it's the first day of school. Okay. Even like there's like new friends or something.
Okay.
But the thing I sometimes felt weird in my body, like, what happened?
All right, Charlie, wait 1 sec. I got to talk to this. Ellis really wants to tell us a story. Oh, Alice, what would you like to say? Yes, you're raising your hand. So I guess you have something important to say, Ms. Alice.
Yeah, I know.
All right, so Ms. Alice, what are you interested in amongst all of these we have?
My first day of school.
You also like that first day of school. This is interesting. You guys really like this.
So when I get to school, my dad take me to go get out to class. And then I went at the third class. And then I said, who are those dummies?
Come on. You really said that?
And then I said that. And then teacher said, how are you, little guy? Come out of the stage. And then
Alice, what happened?
And then when I got on the stage, I got a picture when I hold something like this. And then teacher took a picture like this. Smile!
Wait, what were you holding?
It's like a letter. It's like that.
Like
and
an
hold a letter.
invitation?
And then teacher said, smile. And then then I went down, and then teacher said, sit with that girl. And then when I went down, I sit with that girl. I said, hi.
So this is pretty cool because you have,
And then she said, and then she did like this. She don't care what I said.
Ah.
Who is that?
This is interesting.
Well,
Nice.
first school was a very embarrassing thing. But then I was angry. One thing I was angry because the girl said hi. She said that she don't care me. She ignored me.
Oh, the girl ignored you.
And when there was a girl that stood by me, and then I said, hi, what is your name? And then she said, my name is Ling. What's your name? My name is Alice. And then she said that. And then when we are now I'm in grade 3, and when grade 2, we become besties.
Nice. Really nice, Alice.
And then in grade 3, and then in grade 3, sometimes we still like mad at each other. We don't play with each other anymore for just a few days, like 2 weeks, like that. 2 weeks or 3 weeks. We have anger together because do the wrong thing we don't want to do. But then after sometimes only 1 or 2 days, she said sorry to me, and then I said, that's okay. We can be besties again.
Okay. All right. This is a great story. We'll leave it at that. Excellent story. And so there it is. You know, I would say, Ellis, your homework looks kind of done. So you can tell your mom, this looks pretty done. Nice work. How about Arta? Let's go to Arta. Hey, Arta.
Yeah.
Arta, of these topics, you know, of course you could make up your own one. Which one do you like?
The one thing that which I'm proud of the most.
Oh, nice. Okay, Arta. And I'll type what you say so other students can get some ideas. All right. Here we go, Arta.
One day, for some context, I was a group leader at one point this year, but because I'm often sick, that job was given to someone else. But like at the first time of the year, one day the class was very loud and annoying.
Yeah.
So, and there wasn't any teacher present to like stop it. But so I was annoyed. I was getting annoyed. So I just say, be quiet. And the class was like dead silence. I'm surprised too. Like, I think that my shout was powerful and demanding enough that they thought that the teacher walking in or something, and they just
what happened when the teacher did they say good job, Arta?
No, like I mean like my shout was too powerful that they think that the teacher walked in. Like the teacher didn't walk in. They just think that the teacher did.
Oh, here's a question. Was the teacher impressed or upset?
No, the teacher doesn't walk in, you know. So the teacher wasn't present, but the class thought that she did because my shout sounds powerful.
Oh, I get it.
Demanding. and then the class clown start slow clapping, like I just did something very very cool, and the class glanced back at me. I was quite embarrassed, but also feeling happy that everyone listened to my demand.
Nice.
Yeah, I am a great group leader.
There's a great word there afterwards. All right, excellent. You know, I did the same thing, Arta, and these 3 kids were talking during a movie, and I stopped the movie. Teacher wasn't in the classroom. I said, if you guys are going to talk, just go out in the hallway and talk. This is when I was like 22 years old in college. And they were like, oh, that guy. Oh. And then all 3 of them went outside to tell their crazy stories. It was kind of weird. All right. Hey, Maya, would you like to give us a personal narrative story, Maya? Anything you want your first day of school, something you are proud of, something that makes you angry, embarrassing mistake, great accomplishment. What's interesting to you to tell a personal narrative about? Oh, I have to turn on the thing, Maya, for your microphone. Okay, here we go.
Can you? Okay.
Okay.
Yes, I think I would tell you about my first time I go by airplane by myself only.
Okay.
Yes, because I have to change to a new city, or thành phố Hồ Chí Minh City, Ho Chi Minh City. Yes, to interview and get my job. So my because my hometown is very far, so my parents were very worried about that because they have never fly, and they have never know that's how I can I can go on an airplane. Yeah, an airplane. Yes. So, but I have to tell them a lot. I have to discuss a lot about this.
Yeah.
Yes, and I think I need discuss with my parents about 2 or 3 days. Then they said, okay, if you if you can do, and I have to book a ticket, so show them to how to book so book a support service for people with disability in the airport. Yes, and yeah, finally they agree with me, and they said, oh, okay, if you you can go this time, then you will go every time in your future. So they agree. So I take that trip alone and safe and everything okay. So after that I can go by myself, and they okay with that. So I think it's not much, but I can show them that I can do everything by myself. I think it will make them happy and uh not worry a lot about not worry so much about me. I think it's happy.
Nice.
Yeah, happy to me.
It's excellent. Beautiful story, Maya. I really like it. Yeah.
Thank you.
Really good. All right, everybody, do you see so far we have Arta and Maya and Ellis and Charlie? Charlie, a little bit. You had a funny story, but I'm not sure what happened there. Charlie, whatever happened. Hey, Min, give us a starter story. Can you help us, Min? Let's hear what Min has to say. You always have good conversation with Min.
Okay, so to be honest, like this week's it's a bit dull to me.
Okay, this week is dull.
Yeah, this week's dull, and like I have like my mind is nearly empty to tell anything. Because
are there any good memories? Like, give us a really good memory then. If your mind is empty, just think about something really good.
It is just give me some time to think. It will be shown in my homework later.
Okay, that's fine. You're an honest guy, man. Always a pleasure to talk to you. Min, remember, we're doing summer courses. If you want to take a writing, please take a summer course because you have interesting things to say, okay? If you can. All right.
But wait. Like, I think like in the summer course, I was bound to go to Australia for vacation. I think I will have something to write about it.
Okay, very cool. I might go in June to work with Dr. Duke in Australia and Melbourne for a English summer camp in writing and debate and presentation. And that's good because then I get to meet everybody. So I maybe will be in Melbourne the first week or second week of June, but we're still planning. We have to have a large enough group of students to make it work. But I hope that works because it will be my first time in Australia. Min, have you gone to Australia before?
This is the first time.
Yeah, I really want to go too.
Yeah, I have a plan to conquer East Asia and Oceania.
Yeah. Right, let's see.
Yeah,
Oceania. Yeah. Also, you guys should go to Indonesia. That's an amazing place. Goober raised the hand here. Hey, Goober, what's going on? Mr. Goober, are you there, Goober? Goober with a black cat. Mr. Goober, black cat in Japanese, kuroneko. Hey, kuroneko.
Yes.
Hey, Goober, what's going on? You raised your hand. Would you like to add something?
Oh, yeah, sure. I have one embarrassing experience.
Okay, let's hear it, Goober. I don't mean to laugh, but it's funny how you say it. Wait, what happened to Goober? Okay, Goober, go ahead. Oh, your microphone keeps going out, Goober. This is terrible. I really want to write down your experience here.
Wait, hang on.
All right, because in your writing, I realize you're a really good writer. I told Dr. Duke to tell your parents you're doing a really nice job on your writing, Goober. Very expressive writing, Mr. Goober. Hey, Goober, if you want, you could write it in chat for me and I'll paste it in here, okay?
No. Okay, I can speak now.
Okay, try.
So there was that one.
By the way, Goober, are you in the same house as the other guy? Sometimes you guys play mischievous tricks on each other. Goober. All right, Goober, wait, I'll have to come back to you. I'm sorry about that. Oh my gosh, that's too bad. All right, we had Min. Hey, let's go to Cherry. Hey, Cherry, can you give us an interesting experience? It can be first day of school, something embarrassing, something that makes you angry. Anything's okay.
I think is the first time I'm far from my home.
Okay.
Go far from my home, but because I go travel for 5 days with my friends, so I have go to Phú Quốc Island, and it's very far from my house. But one thing is ridiculous is I don't feel miss home or miss my mom, but my mom always call me and say,
Yeah. Is this true on the island with your friends?
Yes, I'm on the island with my friend.
Cherry, every mother does that though. If you take a trip by yourself, there's actually a famous movie. It's really a scary movie.
It's like she called me every time.
Oh, she called me too much. Okay. All right. And what did she ask? Are you okay, Cherry? Are your friends okay?
Actually, she not asking anything about me. She asking about my friend.
Okay. And what did she ask?
She asked, "Is your friend okay?" And then I asked, "Why you don't ask me?" And she said, "If you're not okay, what? So when I calling you, how can you answer it?"
Uh-huh.
And she always call and ask this question, and just for like 5 seconds, then she off it.
Do you think your friend's mother told your mother to do that?
I know.
Because in that way, the girl doesn't feel embarrassed.
They have their own phone.
Now, would you say this is frustrating or embarrassing?
What?
Was it frustrating or embarrassing? Do you know the difference? Frustrating, like you have to keep answering all these questions. Frustrating versus embarrassing, Cherry.
I think it's frustrating.
Okay, we'll go with frustrating. All right. Cherry, nice story. There are about 5 or 6 sentences. If you just put 2 or 3 more, you're done with your homework. Let's go back to this Goober and find out what's going on. Hey, Goober, did you get everything worked out with your microphone?
Okay, the problem was not the microphone though. So my class was studying for exams, and then came to that one subject. I forgot the name of.
How about this?
Then the teacher called some students, and yeah, including me, up to do a few multiple choice questions. I was just checking. I checked the. Hang on. What is it called again? I checked the revision paper a few times, and even though I was sure about the answers, I still managed to get 2 wrong. One I didn't know the reason of, and the other I thought oh wait, hang on. I knew it was supposed to be something else instead, but then I got it wrong anyways. Not on purpose.
Yeah.
She like got a bit strict about it and then gave me 6.7 out of 10.
Was it only practice though, Goober?
Yeah, but okay, still, she said it out loud.
Oh, yeah, that's the embarrassing part.
And because I was one of the best students in class, I got so embarrassed, nearly cried.
Oh my gosh, Goober. Yeah, that's not good. Hey, Goober, do you see what I'm writing here? I think this is pretty good. I tried to put some time words in there, Goober, but
Wait, what were you letting me unmute for again?
Well, I have the paragraph, but we need to put in these time words, and so like if you do this for homework, Goober,
time words, then this week.
It was this week. Okay, we have after, as soon as, this week. Let's try it, Goober, because then the class can learn how to put these in. So we'll write this. One experience. My class was studying for exams just last week, we'll say. Okay.
Actually, it was this Friday. Yesterday.
Okay. Let's take that way. Yesterday. And you can do this yesterday, Friday. Comma, Friday. But I forget the subject name. We were reviewing. The British word is revision, but Americans say reviewing. You can use whichever. The teacher called on me. Maybe here we could do the first thing that happened is the teacher called on me. So do you see I'm trying to put these in, Goober?
Yeah.
To come to the front of the class to do multiple choices. Next, I checked my revision papers a couple of times. After that, I still, let's take away the one. I still got one of them wrong. Yeah. And the other was confusing to me, and I got that one wrong too.
It wasn't actually confusing.
Yeah.
I thought the right answer in my head, but I wrote the wrong by accident.
Oh.
And then I didn't realize it.
Okay. I put in "to be honest." It's not really a time word, but it's a good transition word.
Okay.
I did try my best. And let's put a finally in here. Finally, I got only 6.7 points out of 10. Worse still, the teacher said this girl out loud. This was painful. I nearly cried. Goober, great story. Really good. So if your mom says, like, did you do your homework? This is pretty good homework. You can add anything to that you want. You're like almost done. So now listen, everybody, for your last homework, sometimes students don't do it because they say, class is over. I think tonight is our last session, you guys. If it isn't, we'll do one next week, but we'll check with Dr. Duke. I think it's our last lesson tonight. If anyone knows the answer, raise your hand and you can say, teacher, it really is lesson number 10. If anybody knows, let me check with, how about Hannah? Hannah, you always know stuff like this. Hey, Hannah, is tonight lesson number 10?
I lose count.
I lost count. Very nice, Hannah. I lost count. Very sophisticated way of saying that, Hannah. Let's ask Mr. Min. Hey, Min. Min, is tonight our last session number 10?
It is going to end, right?
Yeah, I think it ends tonight, right? Because we had one holiday and I think I counted 10 lessons. Let's check with Maya. Hey, Maya, is tonight our last session number 10?
Yes, today is lesson number 10, the last lesson.
I knew I could count on you, Maya, because you're an office worker and you're very correct, precise. All right. Thank you, Ms. Maya. That's excellent.
Thank you.
All right. So now the last homework is just to write a personal narrative. You can do 1 paragraph or 2 paragraphs. And just remember, when you tell your story, you can pick these topics or you could pick one of your own. These are pretty good topics. I got them from our textbook that we used. My first piano lesson, or how I met my best friend. I noticed that Ellis put in, I think, 2 or 3 of these, how you met your friend, your first day of class. That was kind of interesting, Ellis. Ellis, who disappeared. Right. And then remember also, Hannah read these for us. Thanks, Hannah, for reading these. After, as soon as, before, during, later, meanwhile. Okay. And I'll put that file, definitely put that file in Xalo for you guys. All right, thanks you guys. I really enjoyed your lesson. Excellent work, everybody. You guys have unique personalities. And by the end of the 10-session course, you are sharing your ideas more freely with more precise details. So not only are you learning writing, you are also learning how to tell a story with really good communication skills. When I say communicate, I do the Japanese. They always mean this, to talk, right? They use their hand. All right, so I'm going to say goodbye to each of you one by one. Thank you, Ciao, and thank you, Maya. Let me take the mute off so everybody can say goodbye, right? I'd feel terrible if I kept the mute on all the time. And so I can say goodbye, and then maybe I can hear, there we go. And now it says mute all, but you guys can all talk now, right? All right. Good night, everybody. Goodbye. Ciao.
Good night.
Night.
Thank you.
Bye, teacher. It's been a great time.
Thanks, man. I think so too. Yeah, thanks. Hey, bye-bye, Mr. Goober. And bye-bye.